This is Liz with Crafty Devotion. Well, today we're going to go ahead and make, just lost it. We're going to make this one. Even though I haven't completely finished it, I still have the final touches to put on it. We're going to make it up to here because it's actually beautiful here. You don't have to do any more. But this is the one we're going to be making today. And I do have, just know that what I'm going to do is I'm going to start trying to do more scheduling so that I'm going to be kind of live, but when this video releases, I want it to be able to be sitting there and answering any comments or questions. And I am doing this because I want to be able to pause and see how it goes. Hopefully it doesn't do something strange for me. But anyways, this is the one we made last time. And I didn't do as many embellishments as I had done on the other. I added a bling, some feathers, some pearls, and yeah, this is it finished now. I kind of toned it down a little bit because I felt like it was a little too much for me. Then I wanted to show you maybe something that we're going to be doing next week, and this is an idea. Here, this is a clear bulb, and you can easily make a clear bulb pink. You remove this here, and this one has feathers in it. My tip for feathers is that I use if you go into Dollar Tree and you go to the kids section, you'll find feather boas. So this is a feather boa. It cost me $1. It'll go a long way, and you can fill ornaments, and that's as simple as you have to go. Or, as you saw it earlier, you can place a beautiful lace on top. I showed you how to make the laces like this, and this is a lace I carry in my shop, and you can see how gorgeous that would look, and then you can just glue it down. Now, when you make these ornaments, I'm not going to show you how to make this one today, but I'm actually using it to show you ideas on what it would look like with different, this is a pink bow I have in my Etsy shop. And I know I had another one out here. Here's this one. This is gorgeous. Look how pretty that looks. So this would be easy to wrap this one around. And I showed you on the previous video how to measure here before you do your final gluing. And look how beautiful that is. So this is probably one of the ones I'll make next time. It's something like this. And I had a question from one of my subscribers after the last video, and they asked the question, well, aren't these going to snag? Well, they're going to snag depending on what you put on your tree. So if you have deco mesh on your tree, fabric can snag on deco mesh. But it's not going to, if you have wires on your tree, it could snag on wire. That's the way any fabric or any ornament will do. So that is my question there. The other thing she said was, on the previous video I did for this ornament here, I did not show you how to add the finishing hanger. And the finishing hanger, remember we began with a regular ornament. So all you do is attach a string, lace, beads, anything you want here, and then it'll be ready. And when they hang it, they can either use this or they could actually attach a hook on here and hang it. Okay, so that's what you do for that. That's me answering that question. Now the other thing that I told you last time that I wanted to show you today was two things. Bling. Bling, bling, bling. Some of you are looking for bling. I have bling in my Etsy shop. I've had it for a while, and these are some of the most gorgeous ones I have. This is a pink silver, and I have limited quantity in my shop, but I do have more. So if you guys start buying it and it sells out, and what I do is I have this in a lot of, I think there's 4 pieces, and these are actually, this one's the smallest piece, and it's a little crown. And so you can see using a little crown on here might really bling it up for you if that's what your taste is. Placing it there or there. The same with this. This one is a dangle. And you can place it on your ornaments. You can do whatever you want with these to use for your crafting purposes. But I have a set of 4 pieces. The other pieces are actually larger. They're a silver brooch. 4 pieces in my Etsy shop. Just look under jewelry and you should be able to find it. So those were the 2 I wanted to show you on that. Let me move them out of my way so that I don't create a big mess here. And the other thing I have in my Etsy shop, I normally have these in, I do have some of these in bronze. And I may use one of these for this. And I have these in sets of 3. For this set, you get a pink, a green, and a gray for, I don't know, $3.50 or something like that in my Etsy shop. And these are made with a light setting, a light filigree. Filigree is bendable metal. And these are perfect for crafting. So this is one of the sets where I have a butterfly, a green, a black. Oh, there's a pink in there. There's a pink in there. Let me find the pink because I might use the pink one on this next one. But actually, when I get to that, I'll show you that. But see, there's pink. Okay. So a lot of what I'm doing right now is I'm showing you some of my items I have in my Etsy shop. You do not need to use my items. I'm going to actually, some of the tips I'm going to show you today are telling you, you don't have to use my stuff. You can use whatever you have. But this are the beads that I used on finishing this one up, and I might add it here. I showed you last time you can apply them. These are hanging on the sides, but you can also attach them folded like this if you want. So any way you like, and I might do that next time because I do like the way it looks like that. And I'm just letting you guys know I did get some gold in on these. And not only did I get gold, but I actually ordered, and I didn't even know I was getting these when I ordered them, iridescent. This is a white. I was looking for white, and I have regular white, but I also have this iridescent white. I don't know if you can even tell that it's iridescent. Try to focus that. Oh, there, you can see the pink shining off on there. That's there. This one has an iridescent like shine to it, so that would add another element to your designing. Let me put that away. All right, now the next thing is, what do I have? Okay, now we're going to start. Now, one of the other questions that they had is, I'm not going to show you every time I wrap these. I showed you in the last 2 in detail how I wrap them, but I will explain to you any changes that I made on this. So here it is. Okay, for this one here that I started, I had used my matte fabric right here, which is the lining I talked about. This right here is organza. Organza, you can find it at Walmart. Go to Walmart, look for organza. I don't usually like to get the one that has glitter all over it because the glitter seems to just fall everywhere. So I usually don't do that. But this is just regular organza. Why did I choose organza on this? I realized that when I'm using this fabric, one of the tips I'm going to tell you is that when you're using this type of lace that has a mesh background, what you have to realize is that pay attention to the color of the mesh. That's going to help you to choose what fabric you should use with your mesh, because this will disappear if the mesh will almost disappear if it's the same color as the background. For instance, let me see, I have this burgundy piece here. I mean, this is a magenta piece. If I put this on here, you can see that right here where it's cut, you can really see the lines, right? But then let me choose the pink I have right here. Look at, they almost disappear. So that when you fussy cuss around this, you basically do it as detailed as you want, and you choosing the correct fabric helps it not to show so much. So what I decided is I loved the idea of putting the satin now, and now I put the organza, and when I put this on here, it's going to show very little. very little, and that's why we're able to do what we're doing with this piece. So let me see, one of the things, so I wrapped it first, and I showed you in my other tutorials how to take the time and really do a detailed job. And this one, I wrapped the satin, I put a rubber band, and I evened it out, and then I wrapped it in a white, used my white thread to seal it. Then I came back and I put on the organza because I feel like it just needs that extra, you know, so I can actually manipulate the satin really well, because that's the one that, look, you can see it's the one that shows all the ruffles here, and then the sheer doesn't show anything, and I wanted the sheer on the outside. So this is the bulb I did, and then when I wrapped the sheer on, I used this lace. But guess what? You don't have to use laces. These lace I have really inexpensive in my shop. I showed this to you last time. It's a double sheer flat lace, and I just love using it for everything because I cut it in half and then I use it in different ways. So this time I cut it in half. It's usually connected like this. If you see it in my shop, it's connected like this, and it's pink. So very versatile type of lace to have in the right colors that you like. I was planning to expand and choose and get like lavenders and different blues, but it's not selling a lot. So that's why I'm telling you about it, because if you like to use this type of a lace, then if you go to my shop, if I see that it starts moving more. So right now I have it in pink, cream, and I think I might have white. I'm not sure. I look it up there to see if I see it, but I don't. So that's that. So if you want, you can go to the Dollar Tree and you can just get some ribbon. This one actually is not a Dollar Tree ribbon. This is a nicer quality Ofray, but it's a vintage one. So you can see the packaging, and this used to have 30 yards on it. You know what I noticed? It was cool. Is I looked in here. I didn't know they used to do this because I didn't craft for many years. Down here, it gave me a measurement. Look, it tells you how much you have left. Let me see if I can fold this up so you can see it. Look, it tells you how much ribbon you have left. Isn't that cool? I'm like, gosh, they thought of everything and they got rid of all that. That's nice. But so you can go and use another ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and you don't have to go and buy all these laces. You can find organza. Instead of this organza, you can go and choose one of your blouses that might be organza or chiffon. You can go and use also your clothing. You don't have to go out and buy it, but you can buy a small amount of this, you can buy a quarter yard of each of these at Walmart. And this is a beautiful ornament. You don't have to do any more to it. You see that? I just wrapped them. And I tell you, my previous videos I did this year, I have two. They're long because I'm not editing. Okay. So that's what's going on. So here is a satin fabric I used, and on the other one I used this lace, and then I used an organza, which is here. All right, that's out of the way. Did I show you this trim? This trim is a pink one, and it would go gorgeous around this too. You can choose pink. So it's another little flat lace, but what I tried to do this past year is find things that you can cut apart and you can use a little embellishments in your small projects, or you can use it like this, and look how pretty it will look on any of your ornaments. You can also take this one and go this way on your ornament. You see, now you put it this way, and then you put another one on this side. Let me try and move this camera up a little. There you go. So when you watch this video, I will be in the comment section with you when you watch it live. So now I'm going to set that aside, and now we're going to finish working on this. Okay, so I actually took the time to cut up my pieces ahead of time, and it looks like I lost some. Here's some. I'm going to try and put them all out here, okay? So this is the lace that, it's a long lace. It comes from here, and then up here is mesh, okay? That long. And I don't know how that long is. What, that's 6 inches? Something like that. I don't know. Let me see. Yes, so you can use this at the bottom of a dress, on the bottom of your curtains. You can use it like I'm showing you how. What I did was I took this and I fussy cut all the way around here. And I'll show you exactly. I'm going to actually do it for you, but let me get my pieces out first. Oh, let's see. Here's another one. I know I had 3 of them, but I only see 1, 2. Oh, well. Oh, well. It might pop up. That's what I get for putting a bunch of fabric over here. I don't know. That one's not. Okay. All right. All right, at the end, I might show you a few more laces, but I was trying to tone that down, the amount of time I'm taking showing you my new items. But I might show you some more items later, so that everybody doesn't like. But feel free to fast forward so that you don't have to see my items. You don't have to look at that. You just fast forward. Oh, I found it. I found it. Here it is. I just kept on looking while I was talking. Okay. So here we go. So now I have 3 of them, and I think I used 1 big one, 2, 3. I used 4, so I'm going to cut up the 4th one. So this lace came long, like I showed you. And then what I did, I make decisions, and in fact, I changed my decisions while I was doing my second one. So I'm going to show you how I fussy cut this one, and we're only going to do one. Is I decided that I want to keep all of this, and then I'm leaving this on, and I'm cutting off this. So what I realized when I came here, that before I cut it off, but there's actually a little leaf right there. So I'm cutting off this part of the embellishment here. But I decided this time to see if it'll work to leave on this pink part that's just along there. I don't know if I'll cut them off later or I'll use them, but that's the idea I got. I figured I might use it when I put it together. But I'm cutting off that little embellishment there. And then I'm cutting off the cream stuff on this little decor, but leaving the pink little dot things. Okay, so on this side, the same thing. Let me see. So it looks like this is the center between each motif. Is this where it's almost like an eye shaped? I'm leaving this pink strip and this here, and they're all attached. I'm removing this entire portion here and just cutting up close to the flower. Hopefully you can see that. And again, I'm cutting this one off because, oh, here, right here, because it ends up being one on each side, a pink one on one side. And I'm leaving some of these leaves. I'm leaving the leaves. Now, how much you fussy cut this is up to you. You can do, like I said, I purposely chose a fabric that I thought would not show the mesh changes so much. And it really does disappear. You put it on and you can't even see it. But if you say you choose a different fabric, you might want to just go closer when you fussy cut. You might be more detailed in your cutting and clipping. That's what you might want to do. So it's just a matter of, you know, how you're crafting, what materials you have, and you might not have the right materials, and you're like, okay, but I can still fix it this way. Okay, so right here where this is connected to it, I'm cutting it off. I still used these, so don't throw them away. I actually have some here that I cut because I might use them. I filled in with those any place that I thought it needed it. I don't think I used them all, but so all you do here too is the same thing. You just cut around it, and how near, you know, how close you cut is up to you. So I'm not going to finish that. I'm going to put those to the side, and then hopefully if I need them, I don't lose them. Okay. Let's move you out of the way. I'm going to use lace. I'm not going to use ribbon. I'm using lace. So these are all my pieces. They're all set out like this. Now, from here, I'm going to take these 4 main pieces. And these 4 main pieces, you can actually cut it apart even more if you want. You can cut this flower, separate it from this one, which we can do this time, I guess. I don't see any reason why not, because then you can see. There we go. Let's do that, because that way it will actually simplify it for you guys. I'm cutting off that part now. So you can make some choices on your own. I left it together the first time I did it. And then this time I decided I'm going to cut it apart. All right. Here we go. The other ones I did a better job cutting around it. When I did them when I wasn't recording. Okay, so now I separated them. So what we're going to do is now all you're going to do is you're going to attach it in different places. This one I had, since these were attached, I had put one like this, you know, the big one like this, and then the other one was attached, and the small one was attached, and it went down there, and I just staggered them. But you can choose any way you want to put these on. And I'm not sure if I'm going to keep all these, but we're going to see. So I think this time I'm going to go like this. I don't know. What do you think? And this is forgiving. Nothing has to be exact. I want to make all through about at least 3 fit in line. So I think I might, I'm just kind of measuring. Okay, so they can probably fit this way. I'm going to put them this way this time. All the way around. This way. No, yeah, all you do is, you know, for me, I said I have to use a little bit of fabric tack. For you guys can use only hot glue, but I start off with some fabric tack. There we go. And I always put the fabric tack first because it's a lot slower drying. And this all depends on you, how picky you are and how detailed you are. I'm a crafter who does, when you design things, one of the things you fight against is too much symmetry, which symmetry looks good many times, but it also can be a hindrance to some of your designing. So I work not being too, no, this looks like I forgot to cut this part off of this one, so let's cut it off. Okay, so now I'm just going to choose. I'm just going to put them on, and then I'm going to fill in with the others. Okay. And then I'm not completely gluing the entire thing down when I put it on, because I'll come back later and I will attach more. I will attach them more. See, I'm leaving them open because I'm going to come back and do it later, because that way if I decide, ooh, that looks terrible, I did a terrible job, I will be able to move it. Okay. So most of the work for this one is going to go into you cutting every piece out. And so let's see, I'm using the hot glue, and the hot glue sets like with seconds so that I can remove it. The fabric tack might take a few minutes. Now I have 3 on there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I still have a 4th one if I want. So do I want to put, now is where you might want to decide, okay, well, where am I going to fit? If I want to fit more in, where are they going to fit? Will this little one fit here? Okay, yes, they'll fit there. Does it fit there on all sides? Yep, it'll fit there on all sides. And I'm not gluing any of this down yet because I might cut it off. So I might put it there. That's an option. That'll look cool. Now I can put another big one down here on the bottom and then fill in with little swirls everywhere else. That's a plan to me. So I had 4. And I'm going to do that. I'm just making quick decisions. I already made this ornament and it came out beautiful. And I don't want too much exactness on this one. And it takes sometimes just using, you know, just general helps things to get together faster. But like I said, you can measure if you want or don't measure, whichever you want. So I'm going to put that right there. I like that. Okay. And again, nothing is all the way down. Here we go. And one of the hardest things on these is to know, really pay attention to see what side is actually the front and which side's the back. I think I almost put glue on the front. Oh, look, I forgot to put the fabric tack on this one. Oh well. Not the end of the world. Okay, so it sticks there. One more over here. So now we have yes, it's kind of hard to tell. Well, what I just learned right now is when I do put it on here, it doesn't allow me to pause. So that's defeating my purpose. So I think next time I'll figure out, see if there's something else I can do. Because one of my reasons why I'm experimenting is I'm not very good technically on things. And the reason I am is because I want to be able to pause so I can shorten these videos. So they won't be too long. And also, one of the favors I'd like to ask one of you who are sitting here, have a little bit, can take your time, and on one of the first comments, I'd like somebody to comment, at what point does she start teaching me how to make this? So you could write something like in the comments, say tutorial begins at, and then you just type in what point it begins. One time somebody did that on one of my tutorials, and I actually appreciated it because I'm not going back to edit it out for later. I'm just not. If I do edit anything out, it's going to be, I don't know. I might cut out a little bit of the front or a little bit of the back because my ability to do these things is not good. So now I'm going to go around and I'm going to do a visual look. And I think it looks fine. And I'm going to go ahead and start gluing down just the flower, not all these things that are sticking out on the sides. I'm just going to go with my hot glue gun and glue the edges of the flowers so it will be down. And I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing because again, it takes a long time when you do this detailed type work. And but this particular one, once it's done, it's not so bad. I actually think we should also glue down these creams. I like the creams, so I'm going to go ahead and glue down that cream leaf. Okay, looks pretty. See how it comes out? And then if you do order this lace or you have something similar, you can use, like if you go and you have an old curtain that has some pretty designs on it, you can use that. Okay. All right, make sure that if you have questions, I do answer questions. I do my best. Like the person who asked about that I did answer a question, and I also sent her to the previous videos if she wanted to look at something else. Also, I have even older videos that are a few years old where I talk about like how to sear things with a candle. And you know what, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to probably show you that in a little bit. Okay, how to actually do just a little bit. I'm not going to tell you do the whole thing with you because I already seared most of it. I just remembered that I left one piece undone so that I could show you how to do it. One of the main things when you're searing these is that you want to make sure that the flame's not totally going directly on your piece. And for this combination of fabrics, you have two. You want to seal them separately because one will seal faster than the other. One burns faster than the other and melts more quickly. And anytime you're using flame, make sure that you are very careful. If you're not experienced, have water next to you. Make sure you don't do it on top of like something that is precious, like this board right here. My craft board, I need a new one. I probably should buy a new one before the new year, so it'll go against next year's expenses, because this one's all warped because I used heat on it and it warped it, so I'm always having to flip it around. All right, okay, so I'm not going to finish it up. I'm just going to leave it that way for right now, but you guys go around and you finish your entire side. Okay, and then I'm going to come back. I'm going to go ahead and show you now. The next thing is I'm going to push these down. Now it's more about me looking, do I want to leave these things on, these little things, or I can just cut them shorter. So I'm looking right here and I'm looking at the way these lie. So last time I didn't use these, so this time is the first time I'm using it. And I want to make sure that when I glue these pieces down, these leaves, that this one moves, see? So this one doesn't move very much, so I'm going to go ahead and glue it down because it's pretty much attached there. That's right next to it. I'm sure you can a little bit. I'm going to glue this one down. So I'm going to glue my main ones. And I'm just going to do this for this little section, but you guys can do it for the entire section yourselves. Okay, because I can't help it, but I don't like extremely long tutorials. I know you guys do. I might like it. Some of you might. Some of you are like, can you get to the point, ma'am? Because I know that. It's usually fellow crafters who are making it, you know, but this is a free tutorial, and I decided that the only way I could think of that I could keep on doing tutorials is if I also used it for a little bit of marketing of my Etsy shop. Why? Because really the other types of marketing for me are for me to go and I'm clipping this because I want it to move a little more, is to learn more about Facebook, learn more about Pinterest and Instagram, and all of it takes time. So I decided that, well, I'll see how this works. And so depending on how it works, and actually I want to say thank you to you guys. You know why? Because a lot of you went over and you guys did buy some of my supplies. I think I'm almost out of those flowers I showed you last time, and you guys got some of that trim. And so I like this idea of being able to show you guys some of the ways I'm using the laces, and I get to talk to you guys, and I don't have to go and learn everything I have to learn on Facebook. Technology takes me a long time to learn. I can learn, it just takes me a long time. I listen to 20 people, I think, on YouTube to learn how to do something, and then I try it and I can't figure it out, so I listen to 20 more people. I'm exaggerating, of course, on that. But you can see how it's all coming together now, and I still have these little things sticking up. See? They're sticking up everywhere. And I'm just going to work on this section, and you guys can work on the rest of the section. And okay, let me show you these. So these little things right here, you can also use these to fill in. So I'm looking to see, well, is there a place I can use this cream? piece, and you could cut these in little pieces, and so I can use it here. Look, that would look pretty right there. This is like a cream colored piece, so I like that. I think I'm going to go ahead and leave these and just glue them right down, and then I see I can take these and cut them in pieces still more and use them just little pieces, because I, you know, it's just a different. So I'm going to glue it down. My glue gun just has pieces on it and I don't want to touch it. Now I ended up sticking to some lace. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and strategically you can decide what to glue it. That I decided I'm going to glue it on top of that leaf right there, and that'll look good. See that? I glued that little thing right on top. Okay, this one is a lighter pink, and it can maneuver, so I can go up a little more and just glue it right there. Yep. And then I can actually put some more cream around, or should I put it here? No, I'm going to put it up higher. And each one can be different. You don't have to put them all exactly like I am. You can leave it there and then fill in here with other cream, or like we did the other last time, a different lace if you want. I'm running out of glue here. I'm afraid that's going to be too much. I know I brought bring my glue gun and pull some. I felt like I put too much glue on that. That's what I was doing there. Oh, look, it fell in a different place. Oh well, I'm going to leave it there, because I don't like lifting things. I'd rather cover up, because it could leave a little bit of glue there that, you know, you don't like the way it looks. But I'm quite detailed about making sure there's not much glue that you can see, because I resell my things. So these are probably going to end up in my shop. As I figure out my design, I'll make them more uniform like I figured out the other one, and I'm going to leave them like that. So now you saw how I go about doing that part. Now we're going to do a little bit of this. So now that I put it here, I can figure out, well, I could fit, let me see if I have one that's more fussy cut, more detailed. Yeah, that one's not, that's probably the one I did with you guys, and it's not very detailed. I can put a little piece like that, or let's see. There you go. I think this one's thinner, so let's just choose this one. I'm going to take this piece. I'm going to cut it off of this and test it. Do I want it like that? Or do I want it like this? I think I like it like this. And I'll make it almost look like it's coming from this leaf. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here only. Oh, I can't put glue because my glue gun is out. I'm going to put a little in there. Oh, I overdid the glue again. Okay, like I said, I don't like to overdo glue, so I'm going to use this thing to take some of it off. I'm going to kind of put it right over that one. And then it's going to come out this way. All right, so you can see how this is a different type of detailed work. If you're doing something, and every person will be different. So you might like doing just the wrapping and then you're done. Or you may like going and purchasing something like this, or using something from your stash and doing what I'm showing you here. Okay, and you can see how it's going to take me quite a while to finish. I've done this section now, and then you can add more here. There's still one more flower left, so if you have a big spot, you can put that flower in there. If you have a big spot you want to cover, or you could cut more out, more little ones if you want, or you can use a different lace like I showed you. Let's see how this one would look in here. This pink lace, yep, it will look pretty. This pink lace has a little bow there, and then little flowers. So it's also like the one I showed you last time. It also has a little section. So here there's a little bow. We can fussy cut it out if we want. You know, you can make these decisions. And now, if you guys like making my little dresses, that would be a perfect little bow to put on my little one of the little dresses. And make sure you guys comment if you. I think I could do more tips on dresses. I'm not sure. So this could go in here. See, almost looks like a butterfly. Okay. What you're hearing is my husband talking to the dog. My son is visiting with his pets. All right, so you're going to finish this off. I'm not going to finish it off with you. I'm recording. You're going to finish that off. Okay, so here, I showed you, I already seared these ends, and I haven't done this one. You can see the difference. I started doing it. I said, oh no, I'm not supposed to do it. What I did on this one, this is one corner, another corner. This is the 4 corners, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Instead of cutting it with this time, I folded the corner edge, and then I just trimmed that a little more, like that. So see, I cut off because I wanted to keep that shape. Okay, then I have some flame here. Which when you're gonna sear these with flame, you got to pull everything else back. You cannot use flame on the satin and the organza at the same time. Organza melts very fast. Let me show you a sample piece. Okay, here's a piece we cut off. Okay, I want you to see how fast it just melts. Look, see that? But look at that pink edge. It gets a little pinker. That's actually good. It gives it more character on the edges of my piece. See? Okay, so here I'm pulling everything back, even this one that I already melted. And then I see little frays here. I'm gonna just be careful not to burn yourself, but I'm moving it, the flame below, I'm not touching. I'm allowing the flame's heat to melt it. Okay, if you're gonna put flame on it, you gotta go fast. Whoop, whoop, something like that. Or move your product. So this is what I do. You can see I keep the flame about that far. I don't know if you can see that. Hopefully you can. That's about how far. And I show you this in detail when the reason I did it way back then is because I had no idea what to do. I saw people doing it and I wasn't doing it right. And so I made a video, I made a detailed tutorial so other people, you can see the flame. So see how dark that got? Because I'm looking at the camera at the same time. What can you do? If it's black and you don't want the black, you cut it off and then do a little more. There we go. Whoops. All right. So can you see now it is seared? And then I do my finalizing, but that's pretty much. And when you did this one, I pulled all this down this way, and this one needs a little more touch up right here, so I'll touch it up. And it takes a little bit longer to melt. It doesn't melt as fast. And this one, very likely, it will turn black. So make sure you want to be careful with it. And like I showed you earlier, you can always, so this I recommend that instead of using this, maybe use organza, and it may not like unravel as much if you don't want to, or use a cotton fabric, and it won't be as it won't come apart as much. Cotton fabric does, but you can encourage cotton fabric, so you have to kind of encourage it most of the time. So it does sear. It looks like I'm going to have to do this one a little more, but I'll do that later. But I wanted to show you those tips. So the tip to make sure you're careful if you are using 2 fabrics and you decide that you are going to seal the ends and sear it so that it looks more like a flower. And my goal when I make these is I make this look like a flower on top. And this is how, when I came up with this design, that is what I did. And I came up with these designs, but about several years ago. It's not completely unique, only unique the way I do it. The way I do it is unique. putting the flower up here with just fabric. A lot of people put lace up here, which is fine too. This one has, I also put lace. This one has some lace in it. Um, and then wrapping them and using the rubber band, you know. All right, so I think that is it. Now, I pretty much am not going to teach you any more about this. So if you don't want to see a few more laces, you can just be done and watch that part. But I wanted to show you guys something. I just got these in. These pretty flowers, and these will be great to decorate with. They're only come in white, but I have these two, and I'm going to take pictures right now, and I'll be putting them in my Etsy shop but tonight. So tomorrow they'll be in my Etsy shop, and I'm going to put them as a set of 4 pieces. They're going to be 2 of this flower and 2 of that flower, and you're going to be able to purchase that as a lot. So it's like a big applique with a 3D flower on already on it. Look how pretty those are. Look at the 3D effect is already there. And you can use this for your embellishments, and they're actually quite large. Let me get a ruler. See, it's covering my hand, so it's probably, this one is about 3.5 inches, so it's a nice size. So you could put this on top of any of your flowers and it would just look gorgeous. So let's pretend this is one of flower you made, and you put this on top. Look how gorgeous that looks. See, the pink comes right through, and you know, I could do that if I want to on my ornament. And then here, this one's a little bit smaller, but it also is quite large. It's 3.5 inches too, so it's, maybe they are the same size, but I'm going to put 4 of them at a time in my Etsy shop so that you guys can use those. Now, if you're making ornaments for friends and not for you pink loving people, then I did get this gold. I'm also going to get, it should be coming this, maybe next week, some rose gold bead, and I'm going to put it in there as well as that iridescent one I showed you earlier. I was going to get red, and it's not coming. The other thing I wanted to show you is a lot of you really like to buy dangle lace, and I have them in white, and I might create an ornament with this. I'm not sure, because I'm getting an inkling that I want to go do something else, but and I just want to make enough to put in my shop. So these are new. I only have limited quantities, but I'm also waiting for an order, so they might come in. This one's gorgeous. This is a polyester one, and it has a beautiful swing to it if you like it to swing a lot. And you can use this in your crafting, and it looks gorgeous if you put it, look at, if you put it around your ornament like this. Say you make this pink one the way it was beginning, and then you just add this. That is gorgeous. See that? Beautiful. The other one I have is, if you have somebody maybe who you craft for who likes moons and stars. I really like this one. I don't have that much of this left, but I am going to restock it, because I usually order samples, and I order about 5 yards, sometimes 10. And if it's beautiful and I love it, then I'll order another 10 yards or so, and then put it in my Etsy shop. So you can see if somebody who likes moons and stars. And this one feels polyester also. Some of the other laces I get are called are not polyester. They're more of what's called a milk silk. Milk silk has a cotton feel to it, so it feels like cotton, but it's not cotton. It's actually made from milk. If you ever have made something from milk, and then you get, you know, when they do that separation of cheese and that type of thing, and there's things that are left, like the parts of it, that's what it's from. So this one also is gorgeous, but it also has a sway, even though it's milk silk, or it feels like cotton, but it's not. It's gorgeous. And I don't know how well this dyes. If anybody knows how well this dyes, let me know. So those were some of the things I wanted to show you. One other thing I do want you guys to go look at, I might show you guys next time, is I have a section, I have quite a few appliques in my Etsy shop that you can go look at the appliques, because the appliques, some of them can be used exactly the same way as this. So I might do one of those. I don't know. I don't know exactly. I'm not committing to anything for my future, or how many videos, or when I do videos, or anything like that. It's more, I'm trying to make an effort, trying to combine showing you guys my stuff at the same time as So advertising a little bit, as well as showing you guys things. I love to give things away free, and I have to discipline myself not to, if that makes sense. It's not really, it's still free tutorials, but at the same time, I put some of my put a plug in for my shop. That's what I mean. So those were some of the dangles I wanted to show you. I don't know, I might have more in my shop. I'm not, oh, I do have another one. It's almost sold out, but hopefully I get my other order in and I can restock those. Okay, so next time, it's very likely I'll finish this one up where I put feathers in it, but you could put anything you want. You could put ribbon, you could put, a piece of fabric, anything to give it color, and then put some lace, or just leave it just like this. Look how easy that is. If you buy them and you buy them clear glass, the glass doesn't cost that much. If you go to Walmart, they have the clear bulbs like this. You just buy them and then you fill them with whatever you want. Okay, we'll do that next time. This is Liz with Crafty Devotion. I hope you are inspired by what I showed you today. I will definitely talk to you guys next time. And I did this under an hour. Yippee! Again, you'll find me at Crafty Devotion on Etsy, craftydevotion.etsy.com, or you can go to the description box and you'll find me. Thank you. Talk to you guys next time.